Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys saw the fight game this morning. And as usual, Jim Lampley was talking shit about the PBC and all this type of shit. Was basically, you know, being braggadocious about the network he works for, which is HBO. I give Jim Lampley all the credit in the world because he is loyal to the soil with HBO. But then again, they gave him an extension. So one would expect Jim Lampley to speak highly of the network he works for. So that's funny. But it's okay. Because he really sucks up to HBO. But the funny part about it is he tries to make it look like HBO is going out of their way to make the big fights happen. HBO is on the same shit as Showtime and ESPN and some other networks. If you ain't a certain fighter, and if you ain't signed to HBO or you ain't signed to a promoter they like, then they ain't fucking with you. HBO could get PBC fighters on there if they chose to. They don't want to. They can get Keith Thurman on there if they wanted to. HBO is choosing not to work with Al Heyman. That's what Jim Lampley ain't telling y'all. Daniel Jacobs, when he was still a PBC fighter, he went to HBO to fight Triple G. You know? So, Lampley is not being completely honest with everybody. He's just making it look like, oh, it's just Al Heyman. He just won't let fights be made and shit. Al Heyman has proven if the price is right and everything, and his fighters are properly treated, he'll let his fighters go to HBO. And Jim Lampley need to quit lying and shit, because I'd go on there and confront his ass, okay? ESPN chose not to work with PBC anymore, okay? They chose to, you know? And when Jim Lampley did his top 10, of course, they didn't have Deontay Wilder on there. And they just seemed to, for some reason, HBO just seemed to hate Deontay Wilder's guts. It's almost like Jim Lampley won't even say the man's name. But they had Anthony Joshua in their top 10. Matter of fact, Anthony Joshua was in their top 5. Now, of course, it's their list, and that's fine. But I don't have Anthony Joshua in my top 5 pound-to-pound fighters in the world. I mean, he's getting there. I mean, he's making a lot of noise. If he beats Joseph Parker and he's impressive by doing it, then hey, we can make that argument. Okay? I'll put it to you this way. If he dominates Joseph Parker and he stops Joseph Parker, then I'm going to be honest with you. Whether we like it or not, we have to put Anthony Joshua in the top 10. But here's the kicker. If Deontay Wilder stops Luis Ortiz, he should be in there too. Maybe we're going to have what you call a tie, where they're both tied for number 10 or number 9 or something like that. But the way HBO just treats Deontay Wilder, they act like they're not even allowed to say the dude's name. And I don't know why they hate Deontay Wilder so much. And they're saying Anthony Joshua is a potential superstar in boxing, and they're saying that he's the face of the heavyweight division. And I'm thinking to myself, well, here HBO goes again. It's just like I said, HBO just don't like anybody that's affiliated with Al Heyman. They have made that abundantly clear, and I think that's a shame. But we all know what's going on. We know that a lot of these sports writers and these boxing writers and a lot of these guys on YouTube with the gigantic channels and shit, are the people that that cover boxing, they're not going to call Jim Lampley and HBO out for their blatant hatred towards, you know, Deontay Wilder and a lot of the black fighters on PBC. If you say the shit ain't, you know, racially motivated, then you're a fucking idiot. Okay? Just stop it. I think Jim Lampley's hatred towards Floyd Mayweather got a lot to do with race. Now, before somebody come on here talking about, well, Jim Lampley gave this great, you know, this great analysis on how he saw Muhammad Ali and how he went to see him and how everybody in his family was racist except him. Yeah, right. Sounds good, though. I don't believe for a second that Jim Lampley don't have his prejudice towards black fighters. He's shown it. He's made some disrespectful comments towards black fighters before. Don't you remember the James Kirkland remark? He needs to go ghetto. What the fuck do that mean? Then just earlier, when he was doing, his top 10, he had to bring up Crawford, who he had at number 2, and he had to bring up the fact from talking about Crawford is from the ghettos of Oakland. Man, you don't need to bring that bullshit up. What do that have to do with anything? So that's why people think Jim Lampley is a suspect racist. That shit, just because you talk about Ali don't mean that you not no fucking racist. People need to stop that bullshit. Particularly when it comes from guys like Jim Lampley. Jim Lampley has been a suspect racist to me for a while. Now, Larry Merchant is a blatant fucking racist. Max Kellerman, I don't think he's a racist at all. The only thing I don't like about Max Kellerman sometimes is the same problem that I have with Michael Rappaport, but not so much Max Kellerman as I do Michael Rappaport. Max Kellerman sometimes think he can out-black another black person, and you can't. Not with me. Ain't nobody that's not black gonna out-black me. And I just think sometimes Max Kellerman tries to do that. And I understand he's from the Bronx and all that type of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he goes out of his way to prove that he's quote-unquote down. We get it, Max. I remember that song you had out. I remember that rap song you had out, you know, with where you was spitting, talking about Rumble, young man, Rumble, and all that shit. So I understand that. But at the bottom line, Jim Lampley, you know, he shows his unprofessionalism sometimes towards other networks and shit. Okay? You don't like Al Heyman, that's fine. You don't like PBC, that's fine. But stop making it look like it's Al Heyman's fault that HBO hasn't brought any PBC fighters on their network. Because they choose not to. They're the problem. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm out.